Here we are again. So we've already introduced Obsidian. We've showed that it's a representation of the file structure. We've showed that it creates notes. Let's talk about these notes a little bit and how you can share them and what's inside of them. So if I expand this, I see all my files. I see I have two notes over here. Now let's go to this. I want to show this in a System Explorer, and you can always do this. Show your item in a System Explorer. You can do this on the canvas. You can do this when you link to a certain file. Just right click and go to the System Explorer, and it'll show you where you are. Not only that, you can say, if you're in a graph view and you have all these ideas, you can right click and say show in System Explorer or reveal the file in my navigation window. Here it is. Okay, so back to the idea. So we are going to show this in the System Explorer. Here it is. What is a Markdown file? Now, a Markdown hovers over your files and it represents, it's a very simple concept. I'm going to edit this in Notepad. There's nothing proprietary in the Markdown files. This is basically it. It just has references that Obsidian uses, your hashtags, text, and names, not the actual file, which means you can share it without revealing or giving away confidential information, which means that if you work in the same directory structure and have the same names, all you have to do is share some non-proprietary Markdown file that does not contain sensitive information. Let me give you an example over here. So I've been working with this demo and I produced Markdown files, but I moved them out so you can see where we left off last. I did rename these two, and one thing, and I'll show you, is that when you rename your files, every link is automatically handled. There's no broken links, and that's wonderful. So now what happens if I were to share my concept over here? Share the ideas in the same directory structure with another person. These small 2 kilobyte, 1 kilobyte files. Bring them in. Here they are, ready to go. I have notes. These was from the other one. These were my notes, non-proprietary. Notes on demonstration, previous attempts at my demonstration. I have links to outside, more hashtags. And this was just previous ideas working in the same directory structure. The food I want to eat, what I paid for the food. Here I have some videos, the location, and then links to the same structure. And that's how you share information without giving way or having these large files systems to share, right? You share the ideas. You don't have to share the files. The ideas hover over the files. Now let's go over an interesting one over here. Is a roadmap? No, actually, let's go back to the summer of 2025. Now you remember this, right? I do have some, so we look at this over here, this note or this PDF, right? If I rename this note and what I did earlier, so I want to rename this, put a 2. Automatically, this is renamed. Thank you.